homies? We are live from sunny South Central Los Angeles, California. And as always, I am Mark, and I'm a recovering codependent narcissist, which honestly always makes me laugh. So I'm so grateful to know that. The path to the divine, sorry, the path to the divine is through our inner child healing work, period. The path to the divine is past all of our shame and guilt. You know, that juice, that clarity, that flow state, whatever metaphor you want to call it or use, once you experience that, there's nothing like that, period. I've only experienced it briefly, but I know people who experience it all the time. And that's where I'm trying to get to. For those that haven't experienced this feeling yet, or have only experienced it briefly, there is this yearning, this inquisitiveness about what it is that these other people are experiencing, because it just sounds so amazing. How do I get to that place? How do I experience this divine oneness, this cosmic oneness? Most people are searching for this their entire lives, and they don't even know really how to put words to it. The closest most people probably ever get is in sex. That being said, physical intimacy is a false proposition, because what we as humans are truly looking for is emotional intimacy that, well, eventually leads to physical intimacy, not the other way around. Most humans think that physical intimacy leads to emotional intimacy, but that's not the case. When emotional intimacy leads to physical intimacy, the sex you have with another spiritual being by far surpasses any normal sex that you've ever experienced. It's truly beyond. Sex is a very healing tool. It has a lot of amazing power to it when it's used this way, when emotional intimacy comes before physical intimacy. It has this incredible healing power that most of us as humans have never tapped into before. It's truly, truly beyond. And like I said, suckers, I'm going all the way on this one, because why would you just have normal, boring sex when you could have divine, healing, amazing sex for hours? It's totally possible. Totally possible. This is the Taoists have been talking about this for thousands of years, and that's what Tantra, Indian Tantra, is all about as well. So yeah, that thing that you can only get briefly and in kind of a unconscious manner, you can get to that place all the time by being one with the divine, by being one with God. You can be in that flow state all of the time. You can feel connected with source energy or the force, whatever you want to call it, because there is no separation between you and God. This separation is what we as humans are all trying to heal. We all feel this separation. We felt this separation really since birth, since we were born into this reality. This is why people like myself, got into psychedelic drugs. People do these drugs, if you wonder why, it's really to feel that oneness with the divine. It's really to have a spiritual experience with God. This is also why people get into meditation. Kind of same idea, but without drugs. get into meditation to feel that cosmic oneness. So this has been my path. I've needed these tools because really, how can you tell someone what this divine spark, this divine experience is like to someone that can't feel emotions? What does God feel like to someone that doesn't feel their own feelings? I had no idea. I locked away feelings a long time ago because feelings were scary. So to try to tell me what this experience is like without me having to actually go through and have the experience is impossible. Tom Campbell says, if it's not your experience, it's not your truth. And that's 100% correct. I want to have this connection all the time. I want this channel to God to always be open. I no longer want to rely on a drug or another woman to get me there. To get there all the time, I gotta heal my inner child. To dance with this cosmic energy all the time, to have a true spiritual awakening, I must heal all of my guilt and shame. I must forgive others, but mostly I have to forgive myself. And above all, I really have to stop judging myself. That's been a big problem for me. I have a lot of negative self-talk, so much that you just think that's normal. And then I had to really, through meditation, I can create a big enough space where I can kind of observe my thoughts and see that most of it are negative. So to help in healing my inner child, I'm literally trying to rewire my brain. I've been using this self-hypnosis or meditation, self-guided meditation YouTube video that I found about inner child healing around codependency. And I don't know if it works, but I did another self-hypnosis and that one worked. So I know this is working, but I'm excited to see where it goes because I know I'm not 100% healed with it. I had to do I had to go through a bunch of YouTube videos before I found one that I felt comfortable with. But now I'm using that and doing it every day for 6 weeks, 6 weeks challenge. And really that self-discipline is self-love. How many times can you say that you've done a new thing for 6 weeks, every single day, 6 weeks straight? Not many people put in that commitment. But like I said, suckers, I'm going all the way. So watch out. But don't take my word for any of this. Don't believe me. I actually am inviting you to do the same. Heal yourself and connect with God. And then let me know how things are going in your life. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for letting me share. And thank you for letting me be of service. Later, homies. Later, hosen.